But one, you need a plan. You need a roadmap. Let me explain. You know, when I was in Egypt, every day was bringing us somewhere. We were progressing, but it felt random. I didn't know exactly where I stood. I didn't know what level I was at. I didn't know what specific skill I had just mastered. I was just learning Arabic. And at that time, that was enough. But now, after being in this space of the Arabic language for years, after teaching thousands of students, after analyzing what actually creates fluency, I was able to break that experience down into a structured roadmap. And I can tell you something confidently. If I had this roadmap back then, I would have progressed faster, because the problem is that in most places today, even in Egypt, in Mauritania, in Medina, it's not exposure, it's clarity. When you don't know exactly where you stand, you start questioning yourself about your progress. In the beginning, you feel like fast progress, then it slows down, then you feel stuck, then you start wondering, am I improving? Am I stagnating? What level I'm at right now? What should I study next? That uncertainty kills momentum, but structure eliminates that. Let me show you something. This is what fluency actually looks like. Clear levels, clear skills, clear benchmarks. At A1, you should know these many words. You should be able to introduce yourself, build basic sentences, read at this speed. At A2, you expand. More vocabulary, more sentence control, more listening comprehension. Every lesson is attached to a skill. Every skill belongs to a level. Nothing random or emotional, just progression. And here's something important. Following this structure, you can progress as fast, if not faster, than someone learning Arabic physically in Egypt. Why? Because immersion without direction creates plateaus. A structure with consistency creates acceleration and quick progress. And this is why step one is a roadmap, a plan. If you don't plan to succeed, you have already planned to lose. So let's make this realistic. Most of you watching this are busy. You work full time, you have families, you have responsibilities. And that is perfect, because this system was never built for someone sitting in a dorm with nothing to do. This system was built for busy people who want steady progress without giving up on responsibilities. And here's what a realistic week would look like. So from Monday to Wednesday, you watch the video lessons. Sometimes it's one video, sometimes 5 short videos. You watch them in the morning, while in the car, on your lunch break. You watch them twice. It doesn't matter. You need to watch them. You take your own notes. And then on Thursday, you extract the new words, the new expressions, the new sentence patterns, the new things that you have learned from that lesson. You write your notes, you organize them. Then on Friday and Saturday, you start memorizing and you review, you read out loud, maybe 30 to 60 minutes per day. Not for hours, not quitting your job, just consistency. Then once you understand around 80% of the new concepts in that lesson, you are ready to start putting it into practice. And now I understand, at this point you might be thinking, wait, are you telling me that I can actually learn Arabic just by watching videos on my own? And the honest answer is yes, you technically do not need a teacher sitting live in front of you to receive information. Because whether a teacher is live or recorded on a video lesson, all he is doing in that moment is giving you information. And look, technically, you don't even need to be part of a program like Andalus Institute, for example, to acquire the knowledge. The information is out there. Here on my YouTube channel alone, I have over 60 lessons explaining the books of Al-Arabiya bin the complete series. You could go through those lessons one by one, memorize the vocabulary, understand the explanations. And if I could somehow download all that information and place it directly into your brain, you would have the knowledge. The information would be there, but here's the problem. You don't become fluent by studying and memorizing information. You become fluent by using the language. Fluency is not stored information, but fluency is more like a trained ability. There is a big difference in between these two. You can understand a grammar rule perfectly, but you still freeze when you try to speak with it. Or you can memorize vocabulary, words, and long list and still struggle to form a sentence with it. And all of this because you haven't practiced enough. Because fluency is not just knowledge, it's performance. And performance only develops through practice, through using the language, through being corrected, through someone stopping you and saying, no, say it like this. Okay, good. Now say it again. That's what builds fluency. That's why the information alone is never enough. The lessons feed you knowledge, but practice turns that knowledge into skill. And skill is what we are after. So this is why I say first watch for the first 3 days the lessons, then take your notes and memorize the words. That's 30% of the job done. The real problem is not accessing the lessons. The real problem is coaching. Because when you are learning the Arabic language by yourself, there's always uncertainty. You don't know, am I pronouncing it correctly? Do I say it like this? Am I understanding this correctly? Am I using this correctly in a sentence? Am I building the right habits? And because it's the first time you're doing this, you can't see your blind spots. That's the difference. So yes, you could watch all those free lessons, extract the vocabulary, organize it, memorize it, and then find a speaking partner. And that partner could listen to you speak, correct you, explain why something is wrong. And if you are disciplined enough, you would progress. But here's what we did at Another's Institute. We removed the randomness. After each lesson, you book a call with a trained instructor who knows this roadmap. And that instructor checks on one thing. Did you master the skill this lesson was designed to teach? Because every lesson is intentional. It exists to help you check off one specific skill on the roadmap. You're not just consuming content, you are checking benchmarks. Now imagine this visually. Look at this roadmap on the screen. You finish lesson 3. A reading skill gets checked. You finish lesson 4. A vocabulary benchmark gets checked. You finish lesson 5. A sentence building skill gets checked. You are not guessing anymore. You are progressing visibly. And after a few lessons, you look at your roadmap and you see real growth, not emotional growth, not I feel better now, but measurable skills. And that changes motivation completely because now you know where you stand. And once you have that confidence and a teacher have checked you before and you have made the mistake in front of you and he told you how to do it until you did it right, now you have that confidence to actually use it while speaking, while writing. You understand straight away what is being told to you when you hear it. And this is exactly why you need a roadmap.